Hello everyone and welcome to another game of Squirrels Baseball. I am Aaron and we are taking on the Cubs again today. It is late like I thought. It's a little after 8:30 as I record this. Yesterday spent the evening in the ER. I don't think things kind of are a little fuzzy for me, but I'm pretty sure I recorded before all that happened yesterday. So I've got a nice big bandaged thumb from cutting it on the mandolin slicer, so working the controller might be a little iffy this evening, but we'll get it figured out. We've got Stitch on the mound tonight. Forgot I need to turn the crowd noise up so you guys can hear that in the background. Be a little more natural. Stitch on the mound, the regular lineup back in after the day after the off day. Tom back in the lineup for the first time in a few days, coming off of injury. Matt Merton will lead off for the Cubs, and he is quickly down 0-2. And he's going to put this into right field for a leadoff single. All right, Santana at the plate now. He swings and misses at the first pitch. Swings and misses at the second. And that changeup misses inside. 1-2. Curveball swung on and missed. One away. Carlos Pena at the plate now. First pitch is called a strike. Another called strike. Swing and a miss, strike three. That'll bring J.J. Hardy to the plate, and he will open up with the fastball for a strike. Another fastball misses outside. That slider hit to Terry, who will step on the base, and that'll end the top of the first. Cubs with a leadoff hit, but then that's it. Kester's going to lead off again for the Squirrels. The Cubs look to have the lineup we've been seeing. Jason Marquis on the mound. Kester looks at a curveball inside. That fastball up in the zone. Ground back to Marquis, who drops it, and he's not going to get it to first in time. Rare to see an error on the pitcher, but I do agree with that. Brings Marvin to the plate. Kester takes off the first pitch, and he steals second base. Another pitch. Marvin up 2-0. And hits this one through the right side of the infield. Kester's going to try to score. Here comes a throw. Not in time. The Squirrels already up 1-0 and a runner on second base. Chief at the plate now. He will take a ball. Chief with a base hit into left field. Marvin's going to go ahead and score. So the Squirrels, 3 batters deep, already up 2-0. Nobody out. Terry at the plate. That's going to be a base hit into center field. Chief on his way to third. He's going to score. An RBI double, and things already looking grim for the Cubs. We win a lot of games, but most of those games are a bit of a struggle. This one is not setting up to be that way. Frank putting an exclamation point on the sentence. His first home run of the year, a 390-foot shot to the opposite field. That'll make this game 5-0, and the Cubs have yet to retire a Squirrel hitter. Marquis still out there. Tom will take strike one. Swings and misses a strike two. They try to fight off a sneeze. Tom hits it deep center field and I believe one-hopped the wall for another double. Thought it might be a home run off the bat. Yeah, actually the hop was really high off the wall, almost a ground rule double right over the 413. And that will be it for Marquis. Bizzardo's going to come in to try to pick up the pieces, but I'm afraid this one might already be too far gone. So Zach now at the plate. Said the Squirrels have not made an out yet. Swing and a miss makes it 1-1. That should be the first out of the inning. There it is. A ground ball to third. Tom stays at second base. That will bring Joey to the plate. He swings and misses at the first pitch. This one fouled away right by the third base coach. Ground ball to first. That will move Tom over. 2 away. Stitch at the plate. The Squirrels bat around in the first inning. First pitch called a strike. Second pitch called a strike. And Stitch comes up with the base hit. That's going to score one more. So every batter Marquis faced comes around to score. Kester at the plate will look at a ball. Kester reached on an error. That's probably the first sign things are not going to go right for Marquis when he dropped that ground ball back to him right off the bat. 2-2 the count in this at-bat. This one popped into right field. Quinton trying to chase it down, and he will make the play just in foul ground. Already, though, 6-0 as we go into the second inning. Carlos Quinton coming up for the Cubs to try to make some sort of dent into this. And he will swing and miss at the first pitch. Stitch winds and delivers a fastball that's hit right to Kester. One down. Rongo at the plate. First pitch is down and away. There's a called strike. Another called strike, 1-2. This is going to be put into right field for a base hit. 1 on and 1 out. Gary Matthews Jr. to the plate. Still sporting that over 500 batting average. He's going to put this into... Oh, actually, Joey makes a diving play, but can't get it out anywhere, so it is still an infield hit. I thought it was going to get clean through, but Joey actually made a pretty good play to knock it down. Unfortunately, I don't think it changed much, the end result. Pablo Ozuna, that was going to be fielded by Kester. 2 away, pitcher spot up, and the Cubs are going to go ahead and pinch hit. Mark DeRosa coming in here early. 2 on, 2 out. Stitch starts off with the curveball and gets the call for strike 1. Called strike on a slider. And this one just misses outside. 1-2. Into center field, and it is going to get down. The Cubs are going to get on the board at least. 6-1 now. Brings Matt Merton back to the plate. He got a base hit in his first at-bat. Looks at strike 1 here. This one through the middle. Cubs are going to score again, so maybe this is not quite as lopsided as I thought it was going to be. 6-2. Squirrels still ahead. Santana at the plate. 2 on, 2 out. And he's going to get a base hit. Cubs have already cut this lead in half. So maybe pitching is just not going to be a strong suit of this game. Carlos Pena at the plate. Runners on the corners. Still 2 out. check over on first. Pena with an 0-1 count. Swing and a miss, makes it 0-2. And this is going to be pulled just... Oh, no, it's fair. All right, the Cubs have already... Wow, I guess I shouldn't have said anything. Only a one-run game now, and the tying run is at second base. I really thought that was foul, but... You know, no review at this era of baseball. 5-6, J.J. Hardy at the plate. Tying run on second. And that fastball goes low. Changeup swung on and missed. Fastball inside as well. Behind on that fastball, 2-2. Swing and a miss. That will end the top of the second, but not before the Cubs nearly come all the way back. 5-6, Squirrels still ahead. But that's a lot of runs on the board in an inning and a half. Manny Corpus, right? Manny Corpus is going to take over on the mound for Chicago. Marvin at the plate, and the Squirrels suddenly wanting some insurance. Marvin takes strike one. This one down and in. And that slider too high, make it 2-1. Too low, 3-1 the count. Called strike, makes it a full count to lead off this bottom half of the second. Ground ball towards short, Hardy with a long throw, and it's not going to get there in time. Infield hit for Marvin. That'll bring Chief to the plate. And he will look at strike one. Hits this one foul right over the first base coach. 0-2. Marvin takes off. It's hit and run. A base hit into right field. Marvin stays put at second. So runners on first and second. Nobody out. Terry at the plate. And he will look at a strike on the outside corner. This one ground right to Hardy. He goes to third with it. They do get Marvin at third. That is the only out the Cubs get on that play. So runners on first and second with one out. Frank already homered today. Watches that pitch go outside, and this one called strike up in the zone. Swing and a miss makes it 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. 2 away. Tom at the plate. Hit a double to deep center his first time up. Swings and misses at the first pitch here. Hits this one into the outfield again. Matthews will make this play, though. So still 6-5 Squirrels as we move into the third, and the Cubs are right back to Carlos Quinton again.
Number 20, Carlos Quinton.
Carlos Quinton lined out to second in his first at-bat. Grounds this one to third for the first out of the inning.
Number 6,
Rongo had a single up the middle in his first at-bat. Looks at strike one. And he's going to get another base hit up the middle. 1 on, 1 out. That will bring Gary Matthews Jr., who also got a base hit up the middle in his last at-bat. He will look at strike one here. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. And that will go into right field for another hit. Zach's going to have to track it down towards the wall. He got there quick enough to stop a run from scoring, but that puts runners on first and second. Only 1 out for Pablo Ozuna, who will look at strike one. And that fastball too high. Comes back with the changeup, but it's out of the zone as well. There's a fastball for a strike. Makes it 2-2. Curveball called strike three. Pitcher spot up, and they're going to let Corpus hit, although apparently he's a .333 with a homer, so apparently Corpus having a good year at the plate. Fouls this one off his foot. He's got an 0-2 count. Swing and a miss. Stitch gets out of this inning. although the Cubs with a serious threat. So we go to the bottom of the third, still 6-5 Squirrels, and they will start off with Zach at the plate.
Number 31, Williams.
Zach ground out in his first at bat, gets this ground ball to go through for a base hit. That will bring Joey to the plate. He also ground out earlier. First pitch, a strike on the inside corner. Swing and a miss, makes it 0-2. This one just outside, Joey lays off. He hits this one, and it's going to get through the right side. Say Santana didn't even try to go after that. Brings Stitch to the plate. Runners on first and second with nobody out, and that first fastball is too high. This one down and away. Stitch now showing bunt on a 2-0 count. Pulls it back, and the pitch is out of the zone. Puts the bat back out there. Gets this bunt down on 3-0, and it goes foul. 3-1. Still bunting. This one's going to stay fair. Ozuna fields it, goes to first. That puts runners on second and third with one out. Kester, 0 for 2, did reach and score on an error to start the game. And he comes through with the base hit here. One run already in. Joey will also score, make it 5-8. That's going to be it for Corpus. Taylor Tankersley is going to take over now.
Number 57, Taylor Tankersley.
Marvin is 2 for 2 today, though now he is going to flop to the right side. And he will take a ball low. Hits this one. Well hit, not going to be a home run, but it is going to one hop right at the base of the wall. That drives Kester in for another run. 9-5 on an RBI double. So the Cubs trying to build or the Squirrels rather, trying to build a big lead again. Chief at the plate takes strike one. Hits this one towards the middle, though Santana will field this one. Gets the out at first. 2 away. Terry at the plate, a runner on third. And he swings and misses at a changeup. Grounds this one towards first. Pena grabs it, steps on the bag, and that will end the inning. But the Squirrels tack on some more, now leading 9-5. Matt Merton will come back to the plate for the Cubs to open up the fourth inning. He's 2 for 2 with a pair of singles today. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Grounds this one foul. And that pitch too low. 1-2. Ground ball. Joey grabs it, throws it over, 1 away. Santana, 1 for 2 today.
69, Great Santana.
First pitch from Stitch is called a strike. Winds. Throws a curveball that's popped up towards second base where Kester makes the grab. 2 down. Carlos Pena with a double in his last at-bat. Looks at a strike up in the zone. And this slider catches the inside corner, 0-2. This curveball, that'll get through the middle of the infield for a base hit. 1 on, 2 outs. J.J. Hardy, one of the few Cubs without a hit today, looks at swings at a strike rather. That one goes out of the zone. Hardy lays off. Swing and a miss makes it 1-2. This one is going to go towards the middle, but Kester is able to field it and go back over to first to end the top of the fourth inning. 9-5 Squirrels, and they will start off with Frank in the bottom half of the fourth. Frank, 1 for 2, home run and a strikeout. Swings and misses at the first pitch. This one right over first base. We'll see how many bases. He's digging for second, and he will make it there. So a leadoff double for Frank will bring Tom to the plate. He looks at a strike. Looked like a bit of a wild slider, but Tankersley gets the call. That pitch looked a little more solid. 0-2. And a called strike 3. Tom doesn't swing at a single pitch. Zach to the plate now. Runner on second, 1 out. And Zach looks at strike 1. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. And this is hit into right field. Frank stops at third base. That will put runners on the corners for Joey. Only 1 out. And he will hit it right to Santana at second. Runner still on the corner. Stitch at the plate now. See if he can come up with the big hit here as he looks at strike 1. This one is going to hook foul. 0-2. Called strike 3, and the Cubs are out of that jam. So we'll move into the 5th inning. Squirrels still leading 9-5. Carlos Quinton will lead off again in the 5th.
Number 20, Carlos Quinton.
Quinton also 0 for 2. No longer. He is now 1 for 3. That base hit right up the middle. Leadoff single brings Rongo to the plate. He has gotten 2 hits right up the middle today as he looks at strike 1. Hits this one foul. And this one misses inside. Curveball, it's fouled away. Tom is giving chase, and I think he's got it. He sure does. 1 away. Gary Matthews Jr., a single and a double so far. Runner takes off, swing and a miss at the plate. Tom able to cut down Quinton at second. So the base is now empty with 2 outs, and Matthews has an 0-2 count. Another fastball called strike 3, and that will end the top of the 5th inning. Cubs get a hit, but still a 1-2-3 inning. 24 combined hits through the first half of the game for 14 combined runs. Both sides with an error, I do believe. Kester at the plate. He will take strike 1. This one up the middle for a base hit. Leadoff single. That'll bring Marvin to the plate. He is 3 for 3, a couple doubles and a single. Looks at strike 1. Swings at one in the dirt. It wasn't even close. I don't know what Marvin thought he saw. Then looks at strike 3. 1 away. Chief at the plate. He is 2 for 3 so far today. Hits this one into left, and it will stay fair. Roll down into the corner. Kester settles at third base. Chief at second with that double. 2 runners in scoring position for Terry as he looks at strike 1. That slider too far outside. Swing and a miss makes it 1-2. And this hit right to Ozuna at third. Runners stay put. Ozuna gets the out at first. Frank at the plate. 2 away now. Tankersley an out away from getting out of the jam, and he does start Frank off with a strike. Called strike 2. Into center field, and it's going to get over Matthews' head. 2 runs in, a 2 RBI double for Frank makes it 11-5. And that's going to be it for Tankersley. Carlos Marmol to the mound now. Tom 1 for 3 so far. Hits this one to Hardy. He will go to first with it, and that will end the 5th inning. 11-5, Squirrels lead. The Cubs will start off with Pablo Ozuna in the 6th.
Number 38, Pablo
First pitch is fouled away. Tom's not going to catch up to that one. And behind on that fastball, 0-2. Stitch comes back with a curveball and gets the swing and a miss. Cubs pinch hitting again. They're going to find Floyd. Stitch starts off with curveball, and he does get the call. Follows that up with a slider that gets a swing and a miss. And blows a fastball by for strike 3. 2 down, Matt Merton, 2 for 3 today. He grounds to third, but it does get foul. Swing and a miss makes it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So you take out that second inning and Stitch has a scoreless day. Just that second inning just really went sideways on him. Thankfully, the Squirrels offense is running on all cylinders. Matt Lindstrom is going to take over for Chicago now. This is going to make tomorrow maybe a little bit rough for the Cubs, deciding what they're going to do. Zach looks at strike 1. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. And that fastball too high. Another high slider, and this time Zach swings and comes up empty. Joey, 1 for 3 so far. Looks at strike 1. And he's going to put it into center field for a base hit. 1 on, 1 out, and we will go ahead and pinch hit. Stitch has given us his 6 innings. Go with Phil here. For I'm sort of assuming 2 outs. Maybe that's not a very optimistic assumption, but that would put Phil playing his natural position at second. Looks like he's actually going to hit into a double play. So I guess that just became a true pinch hit. So we go into the 7th. Cubs leading 5, or Cubs trailing 11-5. Oh, okay. Yeah, I told you this was gonna be an adventure with my bandaged thumb. Johnston on the pitch. With the score where it is now, I'm thinking Johnston for 2 innings and then Zapp to finish up. But that's, assuming the Cubs don't have another huge inning in them. Santana looks at a strike. That pitch misses low. 1-1. Another called strike makes it 1-2. This one up in the air, and Joey will make the grab. 1 down. Carlos Pena, 2 for 3 today. Looks at strike 1. Hits a line drive into right, but pretty much right to Zach, who does make the grab. 2 away, J.J. Hardy at the plate. He will take strike 1. That one bounces in, 1-1. Bounces another one, 2-1. This is hit right to Terry at first. Couple hard hit balls, but not well placed for the Cubs. That'll bring us to the 7th inning stretch. Squirrels up 11-5. Kester on the other side. All right. Lindstrom will stay on and pitch. Kester looks at a ball. This one down and in. There's a called strike. 2-1. This one outside. 3-1. This one too low. That's going to be a walk. Marvin to the plate. He's 3 for 4 and is back batting left-handed now. He looks at a strike to open the at-bat. A very hittable pitch. Let it go by. This one outside the zone. This one right down the middle, and Marvin puts it into center field for a base hit. 2 runners on, nobody out. Chief at the plate. And this is going to go into left field, but Merton is able to make the grab. Runners go back to their bases. 1 away. Terry at the plate. Still 2 on. And he swings and misses at the first pitch. Second pitch called a strike. And then a ground ball. This could, maybe should be a double play, but it's not. Terry beats it out at first. That'll leave runners on the corners. Frank at the plate. He's had a very good day up there as he looks at a ball. There's a called strike, 1-1. Grounds this one. A deep throw for Hardy. Does not make it. That's an infield hit with an RBI. Makes it 12-5. Tom at the plate. 2 runners on. First pitch, a high fastball for strike 1. This one into left field. Merton should have that. He does. He almost ran out of room, actually, but he did make the grab. So that'll bring us to the 8th inning. The Cubs in a lot of trouble. Carlos Quinton is going to lead off yet again. I feel like he's led off every other inning so far. He grounds this one to short. Joey makes a throw. 1 down. Rongo fouled out in his last at bat. Has 2 other hits besides that. Looks at strike 1. Looks at strike 2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. 2 away. Gary Matthews Jr. He's 2 for 3. Got a couple hits and then struck out. Looks at strike 1 here. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Pretty easy work for Johnston. That will bring us to the bottom of the 8th inning, where Zach is due to lead off. It's going to be the end of Johnston's day anyway, but this his spot coming up in the order will really guarantee that. Zach does have a couple hits today. He'll look at strike 1 here. Swing and a miss makes it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Joey to the plate. He's 2 for 4 today. Looks at strike 1. This one bounces in, 1-1. This one is going to get over the shortstop's head and into center field. It'll be a 1-out single. Let's throw Quinton out there, see if we can really rub some salt in the wound. Quinton's going to bat left-handed. 1 away, 1 on. First pitch is a strike. Second pitch swung on and missed. Curveball misses inside. Misses inside again, 2-2. Full count, only 1 out, so runner will stay put. Quinton swings and misses. That'll bring Kester to the plate. He's got a weird line today. You'll just have to pause that one and look it up for yourself. He's gotten some hits, he's walked, he had an error, and that pitch is hit up the middle for a base hit. That'll bring Marvin to the plate. He has had a very good day. Watches that fastball go well outside. down in the zone. It was called a strike. Marvin hits it right to Pena at first. That'll bring us to the 9th inning. The Cubs are going to need, what, 7 runs to stay alive. And it's going to start off with Pablo Ozuna. We'll have Zap come into Marvin's spot, and let's switch Zach into center field.
Your attention, please. Now coming on the pitch for Indianapolis, number 23, Zach.
All right, Ozuna 0 for 3 so far. He will look at strike 1. Swing and a miss makes it 0-2. Pops this one up. Zap will wait on it right in the front of the mound, and he makes the grab. 1 down. Pitcher spot up, and the Cubs will turn to Cannon. He was the starting center fielder for several seasons, but finds himself coming off the bench this year. Probably because he didn't hit enough, but the Cubs are going to need him to hit right now as he watches ball 1 go by. Then puts this one into left center. That'll be a base hit. Pretty good cutoff there by Frank. Keeps it at a single. Brings Merton to the plate. He's got a few hits today. And he gets another hit here right down the left field line. Runner thought about third, but Frank able to get it back in. 1 out, Santana at the plate. Looks at strike 1. Looks at strike 2. Grounds this one foul. Still 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 away, it's up to Carlos Pena to keep the game alive. And he will look at ball 1. Looks at ball 2. Puts a charge into this one, but Quinton should make the play. And that will finish this game. Your final score today, Chicago Cubs 5, Indianapolis Squirrels 12. I will say 5 is usually enough to beat the Squirrels, but today just Cubs had a hard time finding outs. So it feels like these highlights could go on forever. And Marvin is going to be your player of the game today. Definitely an offensive game today. So thank you everybody for watching. If you'd like to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, feel very free. Otherwise, we got one more with the Cubs tomorrow. We will see you then.